Hi, this is Dr. Gaby Cora, and welcome to my show, Dr. Gaby's Take, Make Life Interesting. What rules around sex and relationships and dating have you created after the divorce that align with your secret sex life as a single mom?
Well, first of all, I'd like to qualify that my rules are my rules, and I'm not advocating anything to anyone else. All I do in my book is share my journey, okay? Because I still am pro-relationships and anti-divorce. I mean, I do believe in love. The rules that I have, first and foremost, you have to be a good mom, regardless as to what's going on in your sex and dating life. And that's a really important point, because you have to be able to reconcile your dating and sex life with your responsibilities as being a mother. Okay, so I want to drive that point home. Other rules that I have. I think that, again, it comes down to exploration and what you feel comfortable with. And in my case, what I found was that I had a very, very bubbled life. I hang out with moms. I live, in my nice little house with moms and playgroups, and wanted to step outside that box. And with each kind of adventure, which happened as a result of online dating, I started to push myself a little bit further and further outside my comfort zone. And Gabby, it's the strangest thing, because it's like the universe brings you what you need, even if it's not what you want. And I just met the most outrageous characters, but also some really, really good people who gave me what I needed, that tapped right into issues that I needed to address. So let me give you an example of that. At one point, I was dating two different men who were younger men. And this was actually a dare that had been given to me. And the idea was for me to explore my sexual, not domination, but to be more assertive, not just in the bed, but beforehand. So exerting my sexual, prowess and being confident in my body. And what I found, which was really quite silly, is that it was like I was 15 again. Here I was, I walked into a scene, I was supposed to be acting all confident, and we're sitting beside each other on the couch, and it's kind of like, eventually our legs touch, and then gradually a hand starts touching, and then the shoulders, and then finally we meet in the middle for a kiss. I mean, all that was missing was my Madonna bow. It was so pathetic. It was like, whoa, I had the perfect opportunity to exert myself. I knew that he wanted me. That was the whole basis of our relationship. It was going to be like, some kind of sexual chemistry, and yet I totally blew it. So it was like, why do I always revert to this good girl? Why am I so concerned that people are going to judge me? So this is one element that I explored. And what also consequently came of that was that I became aware that I'm very chameleon-like. And so in my conversations with these younger men, I often found that I would dumb myself down and sit there with a nice smile on my face and never get into any kind of contentious issues or exert my opinion too much. And it was like, you know what he just said was absolutely ludicrous. So at what point in my life did being liked by other people become more important than expressing my true voice? So that it was like, what are my true colors? I'm so buried in camouflage, I don't even remember anymore.
So what did you do in that situation? Did you continue to play dumb or play seductress in a way, if you felt that you wanted to continue to be attractive to this young man, or did the true Delaine come out?
The true Delaine does come out, but not within the relationships with these two younger men. No, they got cut short.
Why was that?
Well, the first one, I had to sit there and listen to him pontificate to me about how it is that if you don't live together before getting married, then that means that once you do get married, you can go out and spend the first 2 years buying dishes and pots and pans, and that's the glue that's going to keep your marriage together. And I said, are you kidding me? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there's work, there's issues, there's children. These are the things that put stress on a marriage. It's like, nope. That's what keeps it together. And as I was listening to him, that's when it really hit home. Delaine, what are you doing here? Like, this guy is way too young. He doesn't get it. This is wasting your... So the golden aura, the sexual aura, I mean, it just died. And it happened very, very rapidly, Dr. Gaby. I mean, like, within 2 or 3 times of us seeing each other. And with the other one, he made a comment to me that just cut me to the core. And I know he didn't say it deliberately, but he said something to the effect of, he'd had a very stressful day. And I was being empathetic. Oh, and I was like, you know what? I understand. I mean, sometimes I have days like that too. And he said out of the corner of his mouth, what would you know? You're just a stay-at-home mom. And my voice said inside my head, don't worry about it. He doesn't know what he's saying. He's 10 years younger. He doesn't have kids. He just doesn't get it, Delaine, so relax. But it was just like, no, I just couldn't recover from that. It's like, no, I'd heard that voice before from my marriage.
So even in some of the relationships, which may not be going into a deeper kind of relationship from what you're sharing with me, there's still Delaine wanting to make sure that there is some kind of agreement, at least as people, as you come together.